Hello and welcome to Shaver Ranch plus Wolves.
Howdy folks. Got a beautiful, partly cloudy day. It's low 70s. Nice. Take a look at the Mother's Day presents, the hanging flowers that we bought.
Mm-hmm.
And we have other flowers that we bought separately. And roses are dangerous in this area because the deer like to eat them.
Yeah.
And when we bought it, there's a beautiful red rose here, and as I loaded it into the car, I broke it off.
Oh.
Yeah.
After 4 years, we got the fountain going.
Yes. Got that for my birthday from Mommy. We always call her Mommy, even though kids are almost grown. That's just her name, just like my name is Daddy.
Well,
Probably always will be until I'm a grandpa.
Dad and Mom is always something that you hear, you know, punk kids on TV shows and movies. A minor interruption there. We had a
Sorry.
bird in the house.
Mommy, as we were talking about her, was knocking on the door. She's indisposed at the moment, and she heard a bird chirping in the house. One of our cats grabbed the poor thing.
We're hoping it'll be all right, but we'll see.
I don't know.
Pause it again, and we'll get back to the Shaver Ranch. Okay, so we're back on. We were talking about the reality of the dad-mom concept that you see in modern-day society. I don't know, it's just me, but it just seems kind of disrespectful in a way.
You were 7 years old when we had Brandon, so he obviously was going to call us Mommy and Daddy the whole time he was, growing up.
Yeah.
So that's what we are.
Yeah, mommy, daddy,
Until
whatever.
I'm Grandpa.
Yep. So, moving on over to the main garden.
Berries are still doing well here. And I know I've seen this weed before, and I'm sure that it's edible or medicinal, but I'm going to have to look it up again. I just know that I know that.
Yep.
Same thing here, waiting for the seeds to form. And
Getting bigger.
Yep.
Yep.
And strawberries we planted a week or two ago are doing nicely still.
Yep.
Just leaving these carrots kind of as shade when the sun is beating down on the strawberries, but I'll probably take them out eventually.
Chickens are out.
Another berry there,
Yep.
another berry here is growing nicely. Oh yeah, chickens are over there are eating the bugs out of the rabbit droppings.
Compost.
And here's our daily eggs. Out of 6 chickens, 4 eggs is pretty good.
Yeah. They're not totally out of their dormancy season yet.
I didn't get all the weeds. Some of them have,
Come back. Or...
well, no, some of them are just in there. I pulled them, but they're just still in there. So I weeded yesterday and planted a few seeds here and there where they were thin. And so everything is growing really nice.
Yeah.
Berries from last year are doing excellent. This berry I pulled out has got a lot of new growth on it. I just yanked it out of the bed because,
Well, as you were stating off camera, you checked out a Shaver Ranch video from prior years, and these berries were not that prolific and full at this point in the year. So we are predicting quite a powerful amount of berries this year.
Oh, love them. That potato wasn't coming up, so I was saying, what is wrong? Why isn't that potato coming up? Everything else is. So I dug under there to see what was happening. There was no potato in there. We skipped a hole.
Whoops.
That doesn't help. So I also weeded this. This is just full of weeds, and there's still some. I used a hula hoe in here.
Oh.
So I have to pick the rest by hand. Oh, and I have beans planted all around, and some of them haven't come up. So yesterday I also planted some beans in the empty spots.
Filled in.
Yeah.
Sorry if the camera's a little shaky. I'm fighting something that got stuck in my eye.
This, I believe, is new.
We haven't showed this yet?
This is the fence that I kept saying in the previous videos. We got to get this fence in.
Yeah.
So this is our kind of door. We just propped it up over there.
Propped it up with a nail. 2 nails.
See, before we had all of these covered in ugly fences and all this crap.
Yeah.
We had to dig in there to try to get it. So now with this here, we keep the deer and discourage the cats.
Yeah.
And
Nothing truly keeps cats out, but
yeah. So same here. I weeded and it's kind of thin here, so I put a few more seeds in. Those are carrots. And everything's growing, coming up nicely. Potatoes, I need to start putting slats in so I can put more dirt in.
Yep.
Mound them up. And it's only late season varieties that you mound, because the early season will just grow potatoes at the bottom.
That's a late season. Cool.
I noticed that not a lot of corn was popping up. I have corn all through here. And then I remembered that I used old seed. I didn't want to waste it, so I experimented and used old corn seed, and they were not popping up. So yesterday also, I planted a bunch more corn from new seed this time. So got a bunch of new corn in there. It takes 7 to 10 days to germinate. So
interesting.
Yeah, these strawberries were over by that tire. They were kind of buried, so we brought them out here.
Cool. And wow, just 1 week and these things are popping up like you couldn't believe.
Yeah, well, these of course are squash.
Yeah.
And this is corn.
There's an interesting thing about their name. They really do squash everything. So you really have to make sure that you put them in an area that...
Random potato that we didn't know was in there. I mean, we moved this planter from going this direction. So we brought all the dirt out of here.
Yep.
And put it here. And this potato survived the trip. And here it is.
Survived the trip.
I have potatoes growing all over the place.
Our new chickens are becoming a little bit more bold. We had one that came out, but he went back in after about 45 seconds of exploring the new territory.
Can you see them?
No, I can't really see them. They're really hiding right now. Can't see them right now. We'll get around over there and we could take a peek in there. And just
we just dug a hole and pounded stuffed the dirt in, and it's staying up just fine.
Yeah.
We didn't want to waste the grass, so places where the grass wasn't growing well, we
stuck it in there.
Use those little squares of grass and put them over there.
It's a peanut. Nothing new there, Shed. We can discuss what we're going to do as far as a fence is concerned over here.
Yeah, we are putting these up like we did last year, but instead of them flopping over all the time, you, Jacob, put the cross beams on it so where it'll stay up.
Maybe continuing on our politically incorrect type of a stance, but I call them swastika legs.
Oh!
What else are you supposed to call them? That's what they are.
And so we got squash growing nicely. These, of course, are just waiting for seeds to form. And then we'll replant. Oh, looks like seed pods right here.
There. If that would zoom up, you could see the little bumps. They're like beans.
All these are seeds, so we'll harvest those, try to plant them next year, see how it works. Hopefully, I don't remember, hopefully I get heirlooms whenever I can. So that's what you need to make sure that they stay true to the plant.
Yep.
More squash, more squash. And we have to get this off of here, obviously. That's
or else
why
it'll start growing in.
Building the fence.
Yep.
And
so you see,
there are onions.
I don't know if we will. I'm thinking we're probably going to use these metal sheets.
Well,
we're gonna nail them and kind of crimp them to those, and they'll be like a unit, and then we could move that whole unit so that we could work.
Have an onion growing here randomly, and a bunch of catnip, and it's all in my asparagus planter. Then potatoes growing up nicely.
More potatoes.
These potatoes are going crazy, and I have to get slats in and get this. I'm gonna have to probably cut the yellow stuff to get them out, obviously.
We've used it several seasons, and it's starting to look kind of dowdy anyway. Here's a close-up view of my little latch.
We have plenty of that yellow stuff, so we don't have to worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need it as much once we get the fencing around.
Oh, yeah. That's a big thing.
So, I think...
was that it, or?
I think that's it.
Oh, well, maybe you wanted to go over here and take a look at those. You got some potatoes over here.
Yeah. I have to figure out what to do with this bird.
Yep.
Unfortunately, every time we try to save a baby bird, they never live.
Yep.
We've even tried feeding them and stuff, and
it just doesn't work.
Just have to keep them as comfortable as possible until whatever happens, happens.
Where's those? We got potatoes in there.
Coming up. Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. Very good survival food. Those potatoes I haven't planted. Those are popping up from last year. Another random potato. And nothing in here yet.
Nothing yet. And there's more project.
Oh yeah, always.
Ooh.
I have a 4-day weekend because I took some vacation, so I'm trying to get a lot done this weekend.
And we're celebrating a birthday.
This is true. I'm 35 years old.
Haha. No.
Kind of difficult having a 24-year-old son, so that doesn't really work.
No.
Actually, I'm going to be 54.
Woo! Alrighty, well, that'll about wrap it up.
Okay.
So if you like these videos, please like and subscribe for more. Comment if you have any questions or comments, and we will see you in the next video.
Hi, chickies. Want to come out for the first time? Come on, come out and explore. They're all feathered.